The longevity escape velocity, cheat death forever? Welcome back to School of Soul. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the Science of Age Reversal series. There's a theory gaining traction in longevity circles that death isn't the finish line, it's just a gap in the timeline. And if you can bridge that gap, you don't have to stop. You don't have to die. You just have to stay alive long enough for the next breakthrough. And then the next, and then the next. That theory is called longevity escape velocity, and to some, it's the golden ticket out of the grave. So what is it? Longevity escape velocity is the idea that if science can extend human life faster than we age, we could reach a point where we essentially outrun death. It doesn't mean you live forever immediately. It means that every year you survive, technology advances fast enough to give you more than one extra year of life. Year by year, you earn time faster than you lose it, until you're functionally immortal. Think of it like being in a burning building where the fire spreads slowly, but your ability to rebuild gets faster every hour. Eventually, you outpace the damage. That's the escape. Not from aging entirely, but from aging faster than repair. This concept was popularized by futurists like Ray Kurzweil and Aubrey de Grey. Kurzweil predicted that by the year 2030, we'd hit the first stage of longevity escape velocity, meaning people alive today, possibly you, might never have to die if they can survive long enough. Aubrey de Grey went further, saying, the first person to live to 1,000 years old is probably already alive. To some, that sounds absurd. To others, it sounds like destiny. But it's not a fantasy. It's math. The human lifespan, historically, has hovered in the 70-80-year range due to cumulative damage, oxidative stress, DNA mutations, telomere erosion, and immune system decline. But each of these causes is now being targeted by cutting-edge science. Senolytics remove zombie cells, gene therapy repairs faulty DNA, stem cells regenerate tissue, AI is accelerating drug discovery, and wearable tech is allowing real-time biomarker tracking to intervene before disease strikes. Each breakthrough adds time. And once you can string those time gains together faster than time takes from you, you reach escape velocity. It's like compounding interest, but with years instead of dollars. So what would it take to get there? Longevity. Escape velocity isn't just about curing disease. It's about building an infrastructure for constant upgrade. Think stem cell clinics on every corner. AI-guided health optimization, real-time diagnostics from smart tattoos or nanobots. Imagine checking your biological age every morning like a weather forecast. Imagine preemptively editing a gene before it expresses disease. Imagine swapping out failing organs like car parts before you even feel pain. To critics, this sounds like sci-fi. To technologists, it sounds like inevitability. Because let's be real, the pace of progress is exponential. CRISPR went from discovery to human trials in under a decade. AI went from pattern recognition to designing drugs in weeks. What took 20 years in the 1990s now takes 6 months. And in another 5 years, it might take 6 minutes. This is the heart of escape velocity. Time becomes fluid when progress becomes exponential. But there's a catch. To benefit from the future, you have to make it there. And that's where the biohackers come in. People like Brian Johnson aren't just trying to feel younger. They're trying to bridge the gap between today's medicine and tomorrow's miracles. They want to keep their bodies in peak condition so they don't die 5 years before the cure for death is discovered. That's why he takes over 100 pills a day. That's why he tracks every organ, every breath, every microsecond of sleep. It's not vanity, it's strategy, survival strategy. So is this realistic? Or is it cult-like tech optimism? That depends on your perspective. Let's look at the numbers. Every year, new therapies are increasing lifespan by small margins. Some senolytics might add 2 to 3 healthy years. Early gene therapies might add 5. If you can stack those, like software patches, you create cumulative benefits. And once future therapies become modular and fast, longevity shifts from chance to choice. But here's where it gets complicated. Escape velocity assumes access. It assumes you can afford cutting-edge treatments, that you live in a country with advanced medicine, that you're healthy enough to receive the next breakthrough. That's not true for everyone, which means the first generation to escape death may also be the most privileged in human history. Another concern? Quality. If you live to 200 but you're on 14 machines, mentally fogged, and spiritually numb, is that life? Are we chasing numbers or meaning? Are we expanding existence or just extending decline? And what happens to culture, economy, and identity when no one dies? Will society be ruled by immortal elites? Will inheritance disappear? Will marriage last 150 years? Will birth rates plummet because there's no room left to live? And spiritually, what does it mean to break the cycle of death? Across cultures, death has always served as the great equalizer, the great teacher, the moment that forces surrender. Without it, do we grow, or do we stagnate in our own ego? Escape velocity doesn't just challenge biology. It challenges the human story. But that's where the power lies, because even if we don't want to live forever, understanding how science is rewriting time helps us make conscious decisions today. Maybe the goal isn't infinite life. Maybe it's earned life, extended health, More years to love, to build, to witness, to awaken. Longevity, when guided by soul, not fear, could be the next phase of human maturity. But the clock is ticking. For every person who waits, a window closes. And for every person who prepares, a window opens. So ask yourself, are you waiting for the future or are you training for it? Because escape velocity isn't just about speed. It's about momentum. The momentum of your choices today determining your timeline tomorrow. And whether we reach immortality or not, the pursuit itself will define this century. Hi, I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and SOS, School of Soul has a brand new series, the AI and Future Technology series. Look, you know the world is changing. And no, it's not going back to normal. Normal is over, and what's coming next is beyond anything we were prepared for. The School of Soul, AI and Future Technology series includes 319 videos on 1. The Download Society, How Data Has Replaced Destiny. 2. Predictive Future. Your next moves aren't random, they're forecasted. 3. Social Credit Systems. The behavioral economy now governs access. 4. Hive Mind. Synthetic telepathy and collective algorithmic control. 5. Nanobots inside you. Medical, military, and programmable intrusions. 6. Grief Tech. AI-fueled digital resurrection and simulated comfort. 7. Uploading your mind, consciousness transfer, and data-based identity. 8. Deep fakes plus AI clones. The replication of reality and identity theft. 9. Quantum humans. The merger of biology with quantum systems. 10. Digital afterlife, where your data goes when you die. 11. Resurrection science, reviving life through synthetic methods. 12. Immortal science, the end of death as we know it. 13. Longevity science, gene editing, anti-aging, and bio-upgrades. 14. Designer babies, engineered perfection before birth. 15. Artificial wombs, birth decoupled from the female body. 16. 3D printing, printing organs, limbs, and even humans. 17. The humanoid era, the rise of synthetic beings among us. 18. Legacy humans, the slow phase-out of unmodified analog people. 19. Smart cities, algorithmic environments that watch and decide. 20. Cloud-based societies, citizenship without borders or bodies. 21. Hackable humans, emotion, memory, and behavior under code. 22. Biometric scanning, your body is your password and your prison. 23. Sex tech, intimacy reprogrammed by machines. 24. Extinction of gender, fluidity, deletion, and design of identity. Every topic is fully explored with real-world technologies, patents, case studies, ethical analysis, and future forecasts. These aren't someday discussions. This is already happening. Join the SOS School of Soul Vault to overstand the future before it's implemented on you.